And welcome back, ladies, gents, gamers, and entertainers. Another episode of Hot Breaking News. And this one, I will not lie, it's highly suspect. Ubisoft has canceled their financial quarterly call and halted trading of shares. It goes so far as at least upwards of 15 minutes before they were supposed to report the moolah. They had I gotta go to the doctor and pull back. Some of you all may not understand the significance of this, but canceling the financial call or rescheduling, that's one thing. I do not know any publicly traded company of any matter that halts. My co-host knows a little bit more on this info. Trice, take us into this.
Yeah, so just to put in perspective how serious it is for a company to halt stock trading. Listen, in the United States, we have a stock called US 30, SP 50, whatever. Our most biggest company, and they're all grouped together on our stock. US 30, that's the one I know so well. There's only been a handful of times where we have halted trading, and it's been the most like shit is hitting the fan. 9/11, the '08 housing crash, when COVID, when people, when companies was like, hey, everybody has to go home, no one can be at work. Those was like the only times we've ever halted trading. So this is a very serious thing, especially the situation that Ubisoft has been in for the last 3 years. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's really alarming. And Ubisoft has not made anything publicly known. They have not explained. They haven't told why or the reasons for the delay. They just simply said that they are taking extra time to finalize the closing. And because of the lack of detail, there's so much speculation going on of a major announcement, accounting or financial irregularities, the internal operation issues, maybe another hostile takeover. I mean, the tea leaves is just going wild right now, and it's very unusual. This is not a common practice for you to cancel a financial call right before halt your trading. So it's like everybody is thinking the worst, and rightfully so, because Ubisoft is trading in the single digits. So yeah, and like I said, everybody's anticipating, because if you look at history, when something like this happens, it's because there was a major announcement that was tied to buyout, mergers, major restructuring, a sale of a company or division, or a hostile takeover, or somebody in the company overthrowing whoever's in charge. So things like that. That's how serious this is for Ubisoft. We all know the situation, their financial in their games, and the kind of how they kind of burnt goodwill. So I'm very, very much watching the next public announcement that Ubisoft makes, because it could be an announcement that, hey, Ubisoft has been bought, Ubisoft CEO or whoever in charge has been overthrown, or they had a hostile takeover happen once. Who's to say now isn't the time? So, but let me know, what do you think about this? Is this the end of Ubisoft in your eyes?
So, me personally, I was there and I do remember very vividly when Vivendi was trying
Mm-hmm.
to take them
Mm-hmm.
over and Ubisoft was scrambling, hitting up everybody. Hey, we are buying back shares. As you said, they have had some really blunderous years as of late. I couldn't see someone buying them, but if so, it would be pennies on a dollar because their worth
Yeah.
is next to nothing.
Yeah.
Because recently, before this, they spun off a new entity, I believe Vantage Studios or Properties LLC, whatever the hell they call it, and they took all their most popular, core, and money-making franchises and put it into that. The shell of Ubisoft itself is worth nothing. So
Yeah, it's like
what
$6 a stock.
yeah, so it's like what good would be buying them besides, just the brand name of it, but that name is so tainted due to recent events. Why would you want it? Not to mention you would technically not even fully own it. You would have to pay off the, I believe, 25 billion Chinese corporation Tencent bought into the new studio they spun off. So you wouldn't even fully own it. Not to mention the CEO, Yves Guillemot, it's that name. But anywho, they're only interested in selling the company because there were talks talks of them shopping around to Tencent and whoever else while they were whoring themselves. But the drawback is anyone who would have purchased them, they want to still be in control of the company and make daily decisions. And to me, that's not how that works.
Mhm.
You don't buy a product and then say, "Hey, I still run this." No, 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 no.
No, 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 no. No.
The only thing I can think of logically is because they really have not done anything significant within the last few quarters, they're probably trying to save face, trying to come up with some type of announcement to give a boost to their because when they
Mhm.
go to their shareholders and tell them like, hey, we ain't got nothing. Nothing has released as far as I know. The
Yeah.
Splinter Cell remake, there's still no news of that. A Splinter Cell game was canceled, and of
Oh
course,
god,
all the
yeah.
they shifted off to Tencent. So what is there? What is there? This will probably be the true it has begun moment of their downfall. I could really see if Microsoft hadn't shot themselves in the foot with the ABK deal. This would be a prime opportunity for someone to come in and scoop up all those IPs for the true low. But what would anybody gain? Because, like I said, whatever you
Yeah.
purchase or buy, you're sharing with Tencent.
Yeah,
So
unless
I,
you
I,
try to
I
like negotiate a deal where you do bring 10 cent under the umbrella somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, like you
and
said,
that's
what,
just
what
messy.
motivation anybody will have. But no, no, I just kind of like, because I know we've been talking about Microsoft and Xbox and the position they're in and how we feel that Microsoft said, hey, jobs are on the line, blah, 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 blah. We want our money. We got to get back in the black. And this is just speculation. I feel like the investors has had enough. The people, the shareholders, they said,
Absolutely,
"Hey, this next quarterly call, if we don't like what we see, we're
we're
replacing
out.
every fucking body. Yeah, we're either gonna replace everybody or we're out the game, and we'll just let it dump and try to get as much money of our of our money back some way somehow. That's kind of my speculation.
And I 100% agree with you. I don't see now what I could possibly see. I could understand a merger. I can somewhat get that. But a full
Hmm.
blown buyout, I don't see the
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
reasoning for that.
Yeah.
And I give a great example. When Disney fully purchased Fox owned, but a
Mm,
good chunk of Hulu was owned by Comcast. They came out of pocket buying Fox and then more money to get back the shares from Comcast so they could actually say to investors, whoever, hey, we own this. We're not
mhm.
sharing. We are exclusive.
Ain't no partnership.
Okay. Yeah, there's no partnership. There's no splitting of revenue and asking questions and all that. No, no, no. We own this. So that's the best thing I can see. A nice merger in a sense. I
But
mean,
with who?
after,
Merge with who? Like, who's a good candidate?
to be honest, and it sounds ridiculous,
Oh, Lord.
Xbox. That's the only person who would
No,
take them.
no, no fucking way. No, Xbox?
And
No,
you
no
want
fucking
to say
way.
that? You want to know why I say that? And
Why? Because they had that cloud partnership already?
that's one. Price raises of Game Pass. Ubisoft Plus Classic was added to that. Microsoft, like we always call them, Big Dick Daddy Money, is the only entity. I'm not even gonna say corporation or company. The only entity that could take on that amalgamation of and try to turn it into something to say, hey, Game Pass just got a little bit bigger and a little bit better from the consumer standpoint. Not just Ubisoft classics, but Ubisoft's catalog in its entirety. If it were to be a merger in a sense. Now, the reason why I say a merger is because after the ABK deal, no government regulation is going to let them buy another publisher. That's just not going to happen.
Bruh, they got enough money, they can lace whoever pockets they need to get whatever else they want.
That is possibly true. They would be better off buying a developer than a publisher, but that's just my theory of it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Sony's definitely not going to, like, no, like
Oh no 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 no!
like,
The,
yeah,
the
it
new
would
C,
take
the new
somebody like
CEO made it public. Hey, we ain't interested in Warner Brothers. We're good over here. We're trying to keep our
yeah,
own
yeah,
things
I did see
together.
that,
So
yeah.
I couldn't. If you turning down owning Mortal Kombat and everything Warner has to offer, yeah, you ain't looking to jump at buying Ubisoft in their little catalog, even if it is for, like I said, pennies on a dollar. What do they trade for right now? It's like $6 to $8 possibly,
Yeah, it's single digits the last time I checked. I
which
mean, this is where I'm gonna end it, and I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. Everything that Microsoft slash Xbox Studios, for whatever fuck their name is now, everything they've put under the umbrella was already established, already had some like goodwill, had a good reputation of changing the gaming industry at one point. For their major studios like Bethesda, I mean, sure they picked up little indies here and there, but they was kind of beloved too. I've never seen Xbox take on something like Ubisoft that is already damaged goods and be like, yeah, we
Mhm.
want that and we're going to make it better. They
No.
usually go for stuff that's already got goodwill so they can fuck it up. So, uh, not saying they I mean, of course, Xbox and Microsoft, they can afford anything, but it'll kind of go against their status quo. And maybe it does make sense because they'll get pennies of the dollar. They already have the partnership in the cloud services from that Activision purchase. They had the release of certain rights to Ubisoft and blah 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 blah. They know Xbox is probably the main entity that knows really what's going on behind closed doors because they're probably in have some type of rep there, for their partnership. So it's not out of realm of possibility. It just goes against their usual track record of fucking up good IPs. Ubisoft has already damaged goods, but yeah.
Yeah, this one is just a baffling news piece scenario. I don't know what more could be said or brought about out of this.
Yeah, it's all
So
speculations. We won't know until they make an official announcement. We hear from the company right now. They're it's a tight ship. No one's saying anything, but obviously we know there's something going on. Something's not right. There's something on the horizon that's about to change Ubisoft for better or for worse. We don't know, but they've been fucked for a long time. Let's not act like they haven't been going downhill for years. But let us know, what do
years.
y'all think about Ubisoft, the current state of the company? Is this bad? Is this good? Could this be the final nail in the coffin, or could this be their saving grace? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but let us know in the comments what you think and how you feel about this situation, and if you have hope for Ubisoft going forward, because I gotta say, I do not.
They had Assassin's Creed, they ran that to the ground.
Milk
They
that
had
shit
Far
fucking
Cry, they
dry.
ran that to the ground.
Milk that fucking dry.
Milked
They're like
the absolute shit out of that.
and then
I
too,
mean,
they
so
just
much
fired old
so
boy, didn't they? Yeah, they just fired old boy.
they did.
Yeah, something
Just
about to
Boy. And
happen.
then let's be honest. They have made the Ubisoftification of certain game mechanics, especially in open world games. Oh, the tower thing. Yeah, yeah. Oh, climb the tower to unfog the map. All the collectibles and little things that literally giving you things to do. Microtransaction and
Oh,
single player games. Oh, they're called
yes.
time savers. People love those. Who told you
Packing the
that?
game with unfun shit just to pack the fucking playtime. Oh god.
Oh yeah, and then now recently, hey, we don't put everything all in the disc. You got to download it. Then why even make the disc? That's wasting money.
We'll talk
Just
about
release the
that.
digital.
We'll talk about that later too.
But as my co-host said, let us know how you guys feel. Leave those drops in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, are you not entertained? And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?